God used them, so their evil deeds must have been good. Here is a common rhetorical argument used to defend evil people, like false religious leaders, from criticism by people sympathetic to or invested in their message. Can't God use evil people for his own will? It's very clear that X was a very problematic, even evil individual, but that doesn't mean God couldn't have used him and he was actually doing good. This is a specious argument. False teachers do more harm than good. Noble ends demand noble means. While God called pagan kings like Cyrus temporarily to his purpose, he did not endorse their evil deeds or false religions. And how do you know God was using Luther? Luther may have been using God for his own purposes. 1. God does not need evil people to accomplish his will. He can use anyone he chooses, so there is no reason he would need to use those who spread falsehoods and lead others astray. God may respond to and work to turn that evil to the good, but this does not imply that their evil is a good, unless the argument is that God is actively doing evil for the sake of good, making God a perpetrator and promoter of evil. 2. Evil actions produce evil results. We cannot expect good fruit from corrupt trees. We should judge leaders by their actions and message, not make excuses for them, or minimize their harmful outcomes while overemphasizing their good actions, which actions may merely be a pretext to disguise their ill intentions. The ends do not justify the means. If the means are evil, the ends are tainted by corruption. Christians do not do evil in the name of good. This argument justifies the means. Nor does this justify the evil that was perpetrated. This makes you an apologist for evil. God calls us to righteousness and moral virtue, not utilitarianism. The truth can be found in its purity from godly sources. We need not wallow in evil to find it. 3. Endorsing or excusing false prophets only spreads their evil influence. We must not make compromises with evil. We must call evil by its name. 4. There are many godly leaders and prophets who spread the true gospel message. We should follow and endorse them, not make excuses for the false ones. God's true servants will reflect his goodness, not promote evil. 5. We are commanded to test all spirits and prophets to see if they come from God, and we must reject those found false. Excusing them is direct disobedience to Scripture. God does not expect us to jump through hoops trying to figure out what is good and what is bad from false teachers to rescue scraps of truth mixed in with their dirt. We can find the good elsewhere without sticking our fingers in their dirt. Yes, even a stopped clock is right twice a day, except you don't know when unless you have a working one. This accident of accuracy doesn't make it God's chosen clock. Certainly, God can call anyone to his purpose. Even corrupt individuals can be used by God to fulfill his ultimate plan. However, this does not make their evil actions good or make the individual good. Those who spread deception and lead others from the truth are dangerous, and their messages should be rejected. While a false teacher may occasionally speak truth, their fundamental message remains corrupt and should not be promoted or excused. There are many godly leaders teaching truth who should be followed. Do not make excuses for false prophets or muddy the waters by attempting to sift through their false teachings to find scraps of truth. The pure truth and good doctrine can be found elsewhere. This argument attempting to defend false prophets is misguided and even dangerous. We are not called to excuse or spread evil influence. We cannot know with certainty if God was actually using someone like Luther, or if they were falsely appropriating God's name to justify their own corrupt agenda. Many dangerous leaders have claimed divine authority to manipulate others and spread evil. As you know from my series on Hitler, the Nazis found Luther's ideas very compatible with their own, for good reason. This article is available on the Ko-fi page linked in the description. If you like this concise content by Lloyd de Jong, please subscribe on Ko-fi for more, and support more of this work there. Here on YouTube, please like the content with the thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel.